Welcome, friends and enemies, to the ghoulishly delicious decorative dining experience brought to you by the Ann Arbor District Library, the Spooktacular Banquet. If we dine with all of our senses and we eat first with our eyes, does that remain true if we eat our eyeballs first? A question to ponder as we dine tonight on eyeball tacos. Crunchy, delicious, seasoned, and staring right back at you. My favorite. If you're interested, come, join me in the kitchen. But first, remember to like and subscribe to this channel if you want more Halloween fun. Our Spooktacular Banquet eyeball tacos begin with a taco meatball recipe. I have about 1.5 pounds of ground meats, which I'm first setting aside because what I want to do is saturate my breadcrumbs first. Tonight at the Spooktacular Banquet, we have a gluten-free diner. So instead of breadcrumbs, I am using a 1/2 cup of pulsed Rice Crisp cereal, 1/3 cup of milk. In they go. Now they'll get nice and friendly. I'm going to let this soak for about 5 minutes before I add it to the meat. Also, I'm putting in there a teaspoon of dehydrated onion. If you would prefer to use fresh onion in your eyeball tacos, go ahead and do so. But may I suggest that you grate that fresh onion rather than chop, because chopped onion just falls out of meatballs like rotten teeth, and no one wants that. Eyes don't have teeth. Into my meat. 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. I like using a mix that I found online called Taco Potion number 9. Don't you just love it? But you can also use the little packets that you get in the store. An egg. Because this is a eyeball taco recipe adapted from a meatball recipe, I'm still using a 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. Not going to overly change the taco flavor, but it will help things stick. I have some fresh herbs. Instead of parsley, basil, oregano, those sort of things, I'm using some cilantro and some parsley. Ooh. Almost had a little bit of blood in our eyeballs. In goes perhaps a 1/4 cup of fresh herbs. What monstrously mushy consistency you are. Now, we can stir, certainly, but why not just get in there? For your ground meat, I am using an all-beef mixture. If you want, you can use a combination of beef and pork, or an all-pork mixture. I am hesitant to suggest using a ground turkey mixture, because the turkey will be leaner, and your meatballs may not be as tender. And everyone wants tender eyeballs. And if they get too dry, they may crumble. Our eyeball meat seems well mixed now. I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes while I get all this blood and guts off my hands. Now that we've had a proper rest, let's begin to make our eyeballs. First, I'm using an eyeball scooper. This keeps them nice and uniform in size. You may also know this torture device as a number 50 cookie scooper, or a thing of that nature. Scoop, we'll round them out, and then we will bake all of our little eyeballs in the oven. In case you were wondering, I was able to get 38 eyeballs out of 1.5 pounds of ground beef. Now, into the oven they pop. And then, my pretties, I'm going to chop up some of the toppings for the tacos while my eyeballs are cooking in the oven. Tonight it's a rather simple mix. Tomatoes, greens, cheese, avocado, some sour cream, and once your eyeballs are out of the oven, they've cooled slightly. They're still hot, mind you, but they're no longer piping oven hot. Well then, it's time to give them sight. I'm putting my sour cream into a piping bag, or in this case, a plastic bag, that I will then snip ever so slightly the corner off of. Just the smallest cut. So here we are. Making a nice circle of sour cream, choosing a nice olivey iris, and popping it in. Ah, the tacos. They see. Now that we have all of our taco eyeballs and all of our taco toppings ready to go, they can simply be popped into hard, crunchy shells, or warm corn tortillas, or rolled up with all the other goodies, and eaten. Because it's not a spooktacular banquet until someone eats an eyeball. Good eyeball flavor.